Today is the ultimate date, November 7th, and today has been dubbed the Clash of the Comrades. Both Lisa Hanna and Mark Golding are the two comrades who have offered themselves to take over the leadership reins from Dr. Peter Phillips. Therefore, both of these individuals will be wrestling for the presidency of the People's National Party. For the second time in just under 12 months, the People's National Party's delegates will be going to the polls to cast their ballots in an internal presidential contest that has massive national implications. In an effort to determine who will be the sixth president of the People's National Party. In the year 2019, it was the clash of the Peters. It was Dr. Peter Phillips versus Peter Bunting, who attempted to take away the power of the presidency from Peter Phillips. However, the mighty Peter Phillips managed to take victory with all of a mere 76 votes over Peter Bunting, and he managed to maintain his hold on the leadership reins of the political organization. However, it is very sad to note that in September 2020, Dr. Peter Phillips had to suffer a crushing defeat at the hands of the Jamaica Labour Party, which was led by Andrew Holness. They only managed to take 14 seats, and the Jamaica Labour Party took 49 seats. He later told Comrades and the public that he would be tendering his resignation and he would be vacating the post of president of the party and leader of the opposition. Of course, Dr. Peter Phillips has now made history and has become the first president of the People's National Party to not have become the Prime Minister of Jamaica. This time, however, in 2020, the story will be told of how 3,500 delegates decided to cast their ballots on November 7th to decide between Lisa Hanna and Mark Golding. It is LRH versus MJG. And of course, they decided to choose between the two. And their decision was to see who would become the sixth president of the People's National Party. And the announcement will be made by 5 p.m. And then you will be aware of who is Jamaica's next opposition leader and the next president of the People's National Party. The polls opened at 10 a.m. this morning, and they will close at 3 p.m. at the 12 locations across Jamaica. The Electoral Office is in full command of the operations of these locations, and they were contracted by the People's National Party to conduct the presidential elections, and they will be finished counting the votes by 5 p.m. to give their announcement about the results. After a short and relatively very clean campaign with a few caustic statements along the way, both Mark Golding and Lisa Hanna declared that they had done enough to convince their delegates, and each of these individuals were extremely confident of victory at the polls. According to Miss Hanna, she is as ready as she needs to be for Saturday, and she mentioned that she was pleased with the work of her campaign team. She stated that they have done the work, and she was looking forward to Saturday, which is today, the date with destiny. She is still the Member of Parliament for St. Anne South Eastern, after wrestling that seat from the JLP by a mere 31 votes. She is currently 45 years old, and she is running under the theme Bring Back the Love, and she has spent a lot of time in the campaign basically defending herself against claims that she has been one of the most divisive elements in the political organization. She further went on to state that her record does not speak to any divisiveness or anything divisive in her nature. She mentioned that if you look at her record and her performance as regional chairman, having been elected for 8 years consecutively, what you would recognize is that she presided over a region where there was absolutely no fallout or any issues in any other constituencies. Further went on to state that while she was chairman of the party's Region 1, which includes constituencies in Senan and Trelawney, there had been only smooth operations whilst she was in charge of Region 1. She further stated that if you were to ask all of the 63 constituencies and the workers in those constituencies, if you were to ask the councillors as well, they would say that she would have walked with them over the past 10 years. They would tell you that Lisa Hanna is a team player who is banking on her record as a 4-term member of parliament, a former cabinet minister, opposition spokeswoman, and a PNP treasurer to carry her through this presidential campaigning. Golden, who is 55 years old and a very successful attorney at law, corporate banker, and a very astute financial entrepreneur, and is also a first full-term member of parliament for St. Andrew Southern, has pointed to his track record as cabinet minister, as the former justice minister who worked on the Portia administration. She recruited him as a senator who went on to become the party treasurer. And of course, Mark Golden holds a lot of titles in Jamaica. And of course, he is a very successful entrepreneur. And these are reasons that many believe that he should be elected as the next president of the People's National Party. He has all the necessary skill sets and qualifications, along with the necessary financial acumen to garner financing for the party. He further stated that he believes that he brings to the table a range of skills and attributes and approach that the party needs at this time. It is really out of a sense of duty to Jamaica, because I regard the PNP as a very important institution in Jamaica, and I have a sense of duty to my party that I am putting myself up for. According to Mark Golden, who had never before indicated any interest in the leadership of the PNP, everything is in place for his victory today, November 7th. He has mentioned that he is extremely satisfied with the way that the campaign has been going, the way that the team has been performing, and the response that they have received on the ground and nationally as well. He said that it is very positive, and he is looking forward to Saturday. With 1/3 of the delegates who are eligible to vote being based in the party's Region 3, which covers Kingston and St. Andrew, both Mark Golden and Lisa Hanna are targeting this block with huge hitters from those parishes among their key supporters. Golden has the endorsement of corporate area heavyweights including Anthony Hilton, Angela Brown-Burke, while Lisa Hanna has the support coming from Region Chairman Philip Paulwell, Imani Duncan Price, and also she has the support coming from KD Knight, while Mark Golden has the support coming from Omar Davies. Catherine, there are 454 delegates. In Clarendon, there is 267. St. James has 266, while Manchester has 253 delegates. And in St. Anne, there are 221 delegates. And these critical parishes will also have a huge impact on who emerges as the 6th president of the People's National Party. So I hope both Lisa Hanna and Mark Golden has done the necessary campaigning in St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. James, Manchester, St. Anne, and Kingston and St. Andrew, because all of these parishes are rich with delegates, and I hope that they have managed to convince the right delegates to cast their ballots in their favor, because it is the one who has made the most impact that will emerge as the winner of today's presidential contest. Once again, who do you think will vote for Lisa? who do you think will vote for Golding? Which candidate will emerge with the most votes from Kingston and St. Andrew? Will it be Lisa or will it be Mark Golding? Do you believe that St. Catherine will be giving their votes to Lisa Hanna, or will they give most of their votes to Mark Golding? Should St. James or Clarendon favor Mark Golding, as Mark Golding has a lot of support in that parish of Clarendon as well? With Manchester and St. Anne, we're not so sure where the delegates will place their votes, but St. Anne should be supporting Lisa Hanna. But we are well aware of the issues that present themselves in CISA, and we're not aware of the influence that the councillors who have chosen to support Mark Golding from Lisa Hanna's CISA constituency, of how much influence they have over other councillors in St. Anne. Well, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down below, and of course, let me know what your opinion is on the various matters that have been discussed. Now we wait and see, and the excitement is building and the anticipation is climbing as the delegates are casting their votes across all 12 locations across the island to determine who will be the 6th president of the People's National Party. Well, be safe and thanks for watching. And if you're a delegate, remember to go and vote for the best candidate. Goodbye.